And a beautiful day to you. Welcome to round 9 of the Pepsi Capital Rugby Union competition. It is the first of two Premier Grade games here this afternoon here at Bava Park. I am Benji Rapila. I'm joined by Peter Pusau. A beautiful day to you. It's a nice sunny day here in the nation's capital. It's going to be an awesome day for good rugby. Peter.
I think the humidity is not as high as it was last week, even though we had more clouds cover last week. For some reason today it's a little bit cooler, so players will definitely appreciate that.
And also one factor that might come into play during the match is there's a breeze as well. So I'm pretty sure that both teams that will be playing in the first yesterday. As you can see on your screen there, unfortunately we don't have the team lists for both sides in this first Premier Grade match. The CHEMCARE Juggernauts taking on the THEODIST MBB Marlins. And also recent form for the MBB Marlins has been good. They've beat a couple of big names, no bigger than that of the last year's grand finalists, the Crema APEC brothers.
Yeah, that was an impressive performance, and it just shows you that Marlins are building on from what they did last year, and they've had a pretty decent season so far. 9 rounds in.
Yep.
And that kind of form means that it'll carry them throughout the rest of the season, and they probably will make the finals at the end of this regular season, which is a good boost for the effort they put in. Yeah,
they mentioned earlier on towards the beginning of the year, before the season proper, in pre-season, that their main aim was to make the finals, specifically the grand final this year, Peter.
The grand final, well,
yep,
they have to make the finals first. That's the first task they need to accomplish, and they're headed in the right direction, beating the top teams, or at least highly sides and highly fancied sides. So no better example than that of brothers. They've got that name on their winning list. They've knocked that team off, and they'll probably meet them again. But it's always great to beat a top quality, a top tier team, and that'll set them straight for the rest of the season. They've got the red, their traditional red and black, and they'll be playing the Juggernauts, who also have similar colors. So referees are going to have a certain challenge trying to pick them out.
I think the main difference that they'll pick out will be the purple and the black. But yeah, and also the stripes as well.
Oh, yes. Well, Juggernauts have a blue strip through. What color Juggernauts anyway?
I think it's pink and purple.
Okay, so they got that color combination. So yeah, it should be all right. But great conditions for open rugby here. That breeze coming in, that's an easterly one coming in over the Tarama Valley, blowing through here. So it'll favor the team running left to right on your screen.
Yeah, you can see it from that
right
flag.
to left, yes. And then that other thing, the team that runs from right to left has to contend with, even though they have the advantage of the wind behind them, is they'll be running straight into the sun. So that's a challenge. What do you do when you win the toss? Do you say we'll run with the breeze in the first half and then we'll run against it in the second half? Or do you run against the breeze in the first half, and in the second half you got that extra little help behind you?
Well, for me, I'd like to start off the first half really well, because playing catch up, it's a different ball game, especially psychologically when you're chasing points and the clock's ticking down. So I'd like to start the first half well. So I'd run with the wind in the first half.
So you're a front runner.
Yep.
Benji, front runner. Okay. Well,
as you can see on your screen there, the MBB Marlins making their way towards the tunnel. The men from Garahu.
I'm thinking the Juggernauts team's already assembled in the area to run out. We can't see them directly, but I'm sure they're lining up there somewhere. And once both teams are set, they will proceed onto the field.
Juggernauts also playing a much better than past seasons. They've been usually finishing around at the bottom of the ladder. Now they're probably somewhere in the middle, mid-table. So they're also doing well, especially with the sponsorship of CHEMCARE coming on board to give the Juggernauts a great boost for the 2025 season.
Yeah, that's the thing I noticed about Juggernauts is they're very competitive. They probably missed a few quality players last year. I think a couple left them before the midway point of the season, so that affected their ability to really compete and win games, those close ones. But since they've retained most of their players from last year, and also I think they've added a few, and they also have a new sponsor, or not a new sponsor, but at least new gear and everything. That's a real confidence boost for them. I put them around the same type of club or side in terms of the way they compete as Crusaders and Nova.
Yeah, because one thing about Juggernauts is they don't have a lot of big forwards, but one thing that they do is they have this mobile forward pack that always competes, especially at breakdowns. They run like I wouldn't say carelessly, but courageously into much bigger men. So it'll be a good battle here this afternoon. Both teams lined up, as you can see on your screen there. About to take the field, MBB Marlins in the red and black, and the Juggernauts in
I think that's blue and red.
Blue and red, I believe. It looks a bit like pink, but
pink? Yes.
As we wait for both teams to take the field, and you can see them now making their way onto the field. The MBB Marlins group being led in by Bruce Hilala, and the Juggernauts being led in by the
seven,
yes. Both teams in their huddles as we wait for the kick restart. The MBB Marlins will be running from right to left, and the Juggernauts, CHEMCARE Juggernauts, will be running from left to right.
That's Michael, I think it's Michael Caro holding the ball right now. He's the 10, fly half, very talented player. Can play fullback as well. Good attacking instincts. Gonna watch out for him today. Good distributor, but he also has that knack for just creating things. Whether it's with a run, a step, he's got a very good step on him as well. He's got a good kicking game on him. And always looking for opportunities. Whether he's on his half the sideway or obviously inside the opposition half. He's going to kick things off for us. Your referee is Pedro Kilori. Experienced referee, one of the veterans of Capital Rugby and Mosby Rugby in general. And he's about to blow time. Caro with the kickoff. It's deep. Caught nicely. Heck downfield. And who else is there to get it? Caro himself. Marlins opting for the kick again, and we've got a mistake. Straight into the breadbasket. Picked up by a man in an offside position, Benji.
Yeah, that was
couldn't help it.
A lack of concentration, and Michael Caro almost loses the ball, but a quick tap and go from him.
Yeah, he goes himself. I warned the viewers. He's got attacking instincts that his team would do well to follow him wherever he goes. They come out to the left. They've got an overlap, but it's closing up. Man in the ball with the ball is a 7, the open side. He's chosen to go himself back infield. Caro standing about 15-20 away from that rock. The pass finds Ray Vaghi.
It's Ray Vaghi, veteran.
Yeah, it's a wobbly old one. Wasn't sure who it was going to, but they've retained possession at the next rock. Defense is up quickly on Caro. They know that the threat he possesses, that step is going to get him into a lot of spaces today. They come out to the left. It's a long one. They got him covered. This man is also another good player. He's got the pass away now. He's going to step back in. Can he go all the way? He's pushing hard, and he's got nowhere to try.
first try to the THEODIST MBB Marlins, but great work from the 13 there to get that arm free and get that offload for the 14 to go all the way to score the first try of the match. As we see in the Connect replay, yeah, the 13 that flick out the back, that great offload, steps back in, too much pace and near the line, gets over to score the first try for the MBB Marlins.
We're going to have to get the team list up here on paper and get those names because these players need to be credited. That was a very pretty straightforward move. They just outflanked them, and the pass was the key. The pass from the center, the outside center was the key. Once he got his winger into open space, he had the speed to quickly force the issue, and he had to actually beat a couple of tackles. There were several players hanging off him, but he still managed to get that ball over the line, so credit to him. He did he had a bit of work to do himself. Caro lining up with the kick, but very impressive stuff. I think the other key for this try was the fact that they had no mistakes. Everything flowed for Marlins on their first opportunity inside the 20 of Juggernauts. Now Caro strikes it. Looks good. It's
good.
Over.
Great strike. The conversion is successful. That conversion brings the scores now to THEODIST MBB Marlins, 7 leading the CHEMCARE Juggernauts yet to score. That's the thing about teams of this capacity. Like if you make one mistake, it all went back to that drop ball that gave possession to MBB Marlins. They've scored the first try.
Absolutely.
That's a penalty for, I think it was, penalty for being offside at the...
From the kickoff. There were a couple of guys in front.
Yep.
They didn't watch where their feet were, where their positioning was. And it looks like there'll be a center field scrum, and Marlins get another shot in good field position. Caro standing right behind the scrum. He's got 2 men on his left, 3 on his right.
So they could go either way.
I'm thinking they go right.
Yeah. That right side's been looking good.
Yeah, that's where Caro's going. He's going to have to get a pass, a good one. Kicks in behind the line. That's nice. It's low trajectory. It's going to get there. It's angled right. Everything going perfectly for Marlins in the opening few minutes of this Premier Grade fixture.
Yeah, a great territory kick as well. So to keep the Juggernauts in their own territory, in their own 22.
Yeah, well, Marlins got a taste of points the last time they were in this position, courtesy of a mistake. This time they've somehow managed to get that line out for themselves. Benji, I think somebody's touched it.
I think it was a 50-22 or something.
Could be, yep, that's probably it. So there's another thing going right for them. This one's come out the back, and they still get the advantage of the penalty offside. Quick tap. They're attacking that right edge there. This man hasn't got the size to really compete with the defense. Tried to run around them, put a step on, little right foot step, try to get into that little skinny corridor, but it wasn't going to work. He's been bundled. Really the first mistake Marlins have made today. They don't mind though. They're deep inside Juggernauts territory.
Oh, see another penalty.
So that was from another. So they were playing advantage. Referee Petro Kilori is giving Marlins plenty of rope.
Ray Vagi with a strong carry.
Yeah. They come out to the left now. Caro, dummies on the inside, throws it out. It's tapped on. These two combination again, the 13 and his 14. And this man gets dragged in. He throws it back infield. So they've lost possession. And that was a desperation play there. He was dragged out, being dragged out. Flicks one out the back, but it's been gobbled up by the Juggernauts defense, and they get the clearing kick. Caro underneath it. He's going to get a quick throw in, and they're going to attack straight away. This man's run about 20 meters before he's finally gotten rid of it. They've got them outflanked. That pass needs to be better. It's okay, is it?
Forward.
Referee says no.
It's forward. But MBB Marlins do look good running that ball.
I guess when you're running at that pace and you're throwing it flat, it's bound to travel forward because the momentum of the ball carrier is running in that direction. Everybody's oriented that way, and sometimes the ball does look like it's traveling forward. It probably is, but the man is throwing it back in a backward motion. And I sometimes think the referee should just give him a little bit of leeway in that regard. But Juggernauts fans and players certainly will say, no, that was forward. So they got ball now from his first scrum. The first scrum of the match, Juggernauts really have some problems, and they've given a penalty away. Long arm, not even a short arm. It's a long arm, full penalty. Benji, are we looking at 3 or we're going for a 5?
I think they'd go for 3, but the way they're setting up, they're looking like they could go for a quick tap.
Yeah, decisions that have to be made at these instances. What do you do?
Quick tap.
Come back in. Goes to the man, number 8, and then send a few heavier forwards. That center field. Now they go to left. Caro inside dummy. The second man took it. He's down. Caro now. He has to communicate with his halfback. Well, they're really playing hot potato with this one.
Oh, just a loose carry.
That man was in front, and he's given a penalty there.
Penalty. Accidental offside, but
they look comfortable though. Marlins.
They definitely do. They a couple of you can tell that they're playing with confidence as well.
Just not really stressed passing that ball into between themselves. Just maybe trying to push one pass too many or taking a wrong option or just not carrying it well enough. A loose carry there from the center. Just a reminder, we'll get that team list up here and now. We'll start calling guys out by their names. It's a little frustrating, but at least I know Caro. And Benji knows a few guys too, so we'll get some right. They got a big man in the front, Marlins.
I think it's one of the locks.
And Ray Vagi, veteran, is lifting the second jumper, but he's not required. They've got it easily enough, Juggernauts. First time inside, officially. The territory of Marlins now. They're going for the direct route, straight and hard. Come back to the short side. It's probably the better option. They had, I think, 3 front rowers and a couple of loosies there on that side. They're going to continue that way. Oh, well, hey, listen. That is a dangerous tackle, but
that is a dangerous tackle.
Yeah, if he just held on to him, he could have put him down in a safer position, but he just hit him, lifted him, and then let him go. But geez, that was a good shot.
You saw him coming out the back of the, as we see in the Kinect replay, you can see that number 9 signing his prop, and he ran straight into the tackle. Great. Yeah, just, he was in an awkward position, past the horizontal as well. So surprisingly, no card, so the player stays on. It's just a penalty.
Yeah, he was also probably at the angle he was running, he was probably off balance a little bit. So when you hit a guy who's off balance, it's going to look spectacular. Maybe the man who got decked like that, the loose head for Juggernauts, will probably adjust his running straight, hard, and lower to the ground, and you guaranteed not to get upended like that. But hey, thank you for providing us the highlight reel. Juggernauts with the throw in. They won the first one, they won the second one. Same man. They go out left. That's a terrible pass. That is a terrible, terrible pass to a man who's looking to open the attack up. And now Marlins have it. Ray Vagi throws a long one that looked a bit forward. Yeah, it is forward. That's the second forward pass the Marlins have thrown when they had an opportunity. So they just probably getting a little giddy when they see open spaces in the back line and they want to exploit. Juggernauts won't mind though.
Yeah, we'll come back to the scrum. Both teams a bit, well, MBB Marlins have the bigger pack. Juggernauts are slightly smaller, but not much in it.
Yeah, but the scary thing for Marlins is those big guys are mobile. They're not just big, they can handle themselves across the park. And defensively, they're sound as well. So, Juggernauts are going to have to come up with something. Something to answer what Marlins have put on. 7-0 at the moment. And you'd have to say Marlins have had the better attack. Although the last couple of attempts or possessions they've had, they've just made an error. Forward pass in this case. Anyway, they've got this one. Kick in. Little dink down there. Drops before the fullback. He almost tried to have a go at it before it got to him. Oh, he's making some good yards there. Flicks one out the back. They want to promote it. That's the kind of rugby they can play as well.
Pass looked a bit forward, but the referee didn't spot it, so it's a play on. Oh, well, we have a player in touch. The touch judge, the far side had his flag up.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think Juggernauts undid some of the good work they did with that great run from their fullback. And they just wanted to keep on promoting it to one edge when really they'd made about 15 meters thanks to their number 15. He pops it out. They make another 10 on that. And that would have got them just over halfway. Good place to settle it. But they saw something on the edge. The problem is, go to the edge only when you have a real speed demon, I say. Someone who can really outflank a defense. He doesn't need that much space. If you don't have that kind of player, maybe it's better to keep it in the middle third. Scrum. Halfway mark, about 10 in from the far side. Short arm, Marlins. That's the second penalty they've earned from a scrum. And they're doing some attacking of their own. They've got a little bit of a flank, outflank them a little bit. This man here. Oh, I love these centers. They can just hold it in one arm, one hand actually, not one arm, one hand. He's been kind of dipped after that shot. But Marlins have the rock. And they have it about 37 out. Going through the hands, Caro. Short pass. If there's one thing Marlins can do is put phases together. And once you get into that kind of rhythm, you'll tend to find opportunities in the defensive line because they'll just be fatigued trying to keep up with you. Oh, nice shot there. Little creative passing there, but it's put them on the back foot straight away. But they had the advantage. So they played a bit of attacking footy and didn't come off for them.
I think it was for a high tackle.
Well, that's good. We don't want to see that in the game. Nothing wrong with a hard hit. It is rugby. It's a full contact sport. People are bound to get into collisions. In fact, that's what it's all about. Now we see the another lineout. Juggernauts lineout has been good. They have spoiled.
They have the ball once again.
Fight. That's pretty good, Benji.
They've won the lineout against the throw-in.
So they've got him in the lineout, but they're struggling at the scrum. So 50-50 right
now.
They've got the overlap. It's good. This pass needs to be good to this man, but he was already covered by Caro. Caro did a great job of covering the passer and the man who was going to get the ball. Defensively, nice work, but that kick in.
Penalty. No clear release. Not releasing from Caro.
Little blindside attacking run there with the kick ahead. He probably knew he had a penalty in the pocket, so he just went for it. The Juggernauts now, if there's one thing I can commend them for, it's their patience. So they've had a few opportunities inside Marlins half. They haven't actually been able to come up with anything substantial. But it looks like they don't look flustered. They'll throw it in, retrieve it, and then continue on their way. And that's a good thing as a team. And again, that man at the front has taken 3 now.
They're going for a maul. A bit clunky, but knocked on in the maul. Great defense. Great defending of that maul there by the MBB Marlins.
Hey, Benji?
They're able to get the ball and rip it away.
Speaking of mauls, is that something that is trained for during across the clubs? I mean, mauling training. We're going to have a look at some stats here, but possession is really going all to Marlin at the moment, 60-40, and that's going to be a telling statistic if it continues throughout this half. But I think it'll even out because Juggernauts are starting to see more time in possession inside Marlins territory, although they keep on making errors, giving the ball back. So that's probably what's tipping the scale in favor of Marlins in terms of possession. However, where you're on the field, when you have the ball, is also important. And Marlins haven't been able to play too often inside Juggernauts half. This one's come out the other way. So Juggernauts have won one against the feed. and they fly half and straighten the attack. He needs support, and the ball's been kicked forward. Doesn't matter though.
Off his feet, says the referee. I think one of the MBB Marlins players wasn't on his feet while he was attempting to go for that ball.
That was a good run though from the fly half. He took it and then he just stepped off his left foot and straightened it, and he was into a gap of sorts before it closed up on him. They got the penalty. They're going to go for the 3. Smart move. Smart move. They're only behind by 7. The 3 will get them within 4. A try alone after this will get them ahead by 1. So, yeah, the calculations are working. Marlins also had an opportunity to kick a penalty when they were inside the 20 of the Juggernauts, and they didn't take it. They went for the try, or they wanted to go for the 5 points. It didn't work out for them. I think Juggernauts' mindset is we had a few bites. We couldn't hold on to it. This time it's an easy 3. Let's take it. And it goes over. So, Juggernauts trailing 7-3 against the Marlins here at Bava Park, Pepsi Capital Rugby Union. This is the Premier Grade, the first match of the afternoon. Good conditions here at Bava. We're not feeling the humidity as we have in past weeks, even in the shade. It's nice and cool actually. There's a breeze coming in and easterly from Tarama Valley. This restart from Michael Caro, nice and high, hanging greatly, hanging well, and the 5 who's taken has been hit around the rib cage and driven back into his 22.
I think a couple of players from Juggernauts were appealing that he was taken out in the air.
You could have a case for that. Now, error from the man catching the ball. Got a penalty for Juggernauts. Offside, some kind of ruck infringement, I would assume.
I think it was for that player was tackled in the air.
Probably, most likely could be. Did he take it around that area though?
Yeah, because
okay.
That's around the area where the player was tackled.
Let's kick for touch. Going to get really close to the halfway mark. So Marlins' great start is being pegged back a little by Juggernauts. They're staying in the contest, playing very patiently, even though they've been outdone a few times by Marlins' attack. The problem is Marlins' attack has misfired the last few minutes. And they're also starting to concede penalties, or at least give away penalties.
But they've been solid Juggernauts at line-out, so one of the strengths for the game so far.
Yeah, first jumper is the guy they're going to for the last 3 or 4. He goes up, false alarm. Now he goes up and he takes it cleanly. Don't you just love a line-out exponent who can take line-out cleanly no matter what kind of ball you throw at them?
Yeah, great work there from Juggernauts. They still have the ball, though. They still have the ball.
Oh. That kick is center field. Caro underneath it. Picks it. Ooh, juggles it a little bit. Gets past the first guy. Throws a really nice pass. Wow, that's left or right. That's difficult if you're a right-hander. And he had no problems with that. Caro now trying to reorganize them. He's still lurking out there, following the play as Marlins trying to get this one outside the edge, but outside the...
These 2 hookers come together, Bruce Killang and it's Pundu or Manga? Yeah, Manga. I'm a hooker for Juggernauts. But referee, penalty to the MBB Marlins.
Caro, center field, points to the far side touchline. Nice enough kick, gets him to within, oh, it's right on the 22, or just outside it. Well, that's a good kick from halfway. Well, well inside his half, actually. It was on his 10-meter line. So he's picked up some good slice of territory there, which will set Marlins up. No, the line-out, they've struggled with the line-out. Well, actually, I think they had one and they lost it. The rest have been Juggernauts lineouts, and they've won their own easily. The man at the front for Juggernauts is doing all the damage. I think he's one of their loose forwards or the lock. A few false starts on the jumping. Doesn't look like it's straight.
I think it was not straight. So yeah, again, those lineouts, an issue for MBB Marlins.
Yeah, it's pretty clear right now that's not probably one of their strong points. So either that or their timing is off. So the hooker needs to have a good look at himself. And this kick to the sidelines, probably a really strange one. What are you trying to do with that, Benji?
That's the number 9, Gilbert Anton.
Gilbert Anton was, I think, a bit of a bonehead play there. But this man, the 13 for Marlins, Willie.
Yeah.
Got taken high. Quick tap there. It's play on. And he's run out. Although it's still alive, no one's gone out. Juggernauts, some tenacious defense there. And this is the man who had the penalty, got the penalty for his team. That's the 13, Willie. And now it's going through the forwards. So the captain is doing his best. Karosh, he took it, looked one way, passed it back out, and now they got him outflanked again. And they've had this several times now. Ball comes out though, but Marlins still have it. Not sure if he was trying to pass it or it just popped out. And it's getting messy now. Juggernauts competing hard, spoiling, forcing Marlins to backtrack on defense now that they've lost possession. A lot of Marlins players offside.
Yep, a referee not taking advantage for that offside.
Nah, this one's a ruck infringement and offside, okay. At the ruck formation, there was several red shirts offside, and if Juggernauts again have a penalty, and they're going to go downfield. And they won't mind the lineout because they are dominating this set piece. In fact, they can live with lineouts only. They don't need scrums. Scrums are a little too iffy for them at the moment.
Yeah, but the Juggernauts do have the upper hand at set piece, especially lineouts.
You get the feeling that Juggernauts are real triers. They're scrappers. They're willing to compete just about on every player, pretty much. Whereas Marlins, they've got a few guys who can really tear the attack wide open, but they're just not getting it right now. And this pass doesn't find anyone. It's not forward. It's loose, though. Picked up by Marlins. Is that play on? He's holding it in one hand. He's been doing that all game. Willie, and then he loses it forward. Counter-attack. Anton Gilbert, straight up.
Gilbert Anton.
Gilbert Anton.
Play on, says the referee. Yes, referee's fine with it. Play on.
It's unlikely, but looks like Juggernauts, if they don't make an error, which they've just done. Now the advantage has gone the other way, and it's with Marlins, so it's just error, capitalize, attack for a while, make an error, and then the other team capitalize. That's what it looks like, the pattern to me.
Yeah, both teams. It's very scrappy from both sides. Kara now puts it high.
Yeah, he just hacks it downfield. It's a nice one, but it's straight to the Juggernauts 11. And when he went straight down, it got ripped off him. This man, if he gets a pass away to a support player, they could score a try, and then Kara makes a mistake.
Yeah, we need to tally of those mistakes, but yeah, here's Manga.
Yeah, this is, if I'm the Marlins coach, I'm going to be starting to get a little annoyed now. There's just too many errors creeping into Marlins' game. And they look the better side, on attack especially. They just look like they have time, and they're opening Juggernauts up pretty much at will, but they're not going on with it. And the errors, oh, this gentleman again gets nailed. So how many times has he got nailed today?
Karuri.
That's the second time he's chosen to run straight into defense, head down. This time he gets hit and driven back. So I'm not sure if he can solve that problem in the match today. But he can just do his job in the scrums and the lineouts and try to stay out of harm's way.
But Juggernauts still competing though, and you know, credit to the coach who came on to the 22 show that the Pepsi Capital Rugby Union Pepsi Capital Rugby Union they host, and yeah, he talked about the challenges of getting players, especially around 5 Mile area, that are um, more knowledgeable with rugby league and getting them to transition to rugby union. So yeah, credit, shout out to Coach Seruvatu.
Seruvatu.
The line out throw is not straight.
Well, Juggernauts. Well, no, they're going to get the line out now. So they've gone for the line. That was a Marlins throw now, I'm guessing. Yeah, that was a Marlins throw. They've lost it. And now Juggernauts line out. The one thing that's been functioning for them really well this afternoon from kickoff till this point in the match has been the line out. That man in front is virtually owning the line out.
Yeah, the number 5, that is Justin Kepas.
Kepas.
Says here on the team sheet.
Well, he's doing a fine job at the line out. I'm not sure if Marlins are actively contesting the jump when it's his, or he's just that good at timing his jump, and also he's great in the air as well. Certainly a skill that's very useful. And it's all about timing, anticipation, composure. All right, this scrum. On the other hand, Marlins are the ones whose scrum is functioning a little better than Juggernauts. They're managing to get a good shove on. They're just putting that Juggernauts tight 5 under all kinds of stress. Caro standing at about close to 20 meters away on the angle to the left of where the scrum is being packed. He's got 4 men outside him. Chances are he's going to get it. Of course he's going to get it, unless your number 8 has other ideas. Or the halfback and the 8. Sometimes those two gentlemen can have a way of delaying whatever plan you had laid out. Marlins at the moment leading 7-3. Bright start, but it's waned a little since then. They got that try early on, and I thought, oh, here we go, we're going to have a real entertaining match. It's descended into a bit of an arm wrestle. Juggernauts, though, they will grab every opportunity. This man, well, he thought he was into open spaces. He'd beaten an offside man. He was on his way.
He quick tapped and go. He tapped and go went, but the referee didn't even see. He gave his back, so
didn't give the mark or didn't tap it in within the eye line of the referee.
That's the thing. You have to be inside of the referee when you go for a quick tap and go. But Juggernauts will have the ball.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why a lot of guys tap it quickly without telling the referees, they want to catch the defending side off their game, or at least
catch
unprepared.
Them napping.
Yeah, catch them napping. And the fear is that if you say, referee, I'm going to tap the ball, you already alert them. But here's the key, guys. Let me tell you. If you do it quickly, it doesn't matter. You can use a loud hell and tell everybody at the field. You'll beat them with the speed of your tap. That's all. You don't need to worry about alerting them. They're already offside. If you do it quickly, you got them. Now, Juggernauts, can they get the first try? Well, they got about 10 meters of hard yards to get there. And they're gonna keep going through with those short passes and runners going straight. They go to the left. Juggernauts. One thing I commended them the game for early in the broadcast was their patience. Even though they conceded the first try, they were able to absorb some of the pressure they were put under, and they came up and they managed to get a penalty.
Here's Tikula, the captain, in the 7.
Yeah, I think that he was taken a little high, was he? Yes, the arm is out. So they've got that penalty if they want it. Nice little run back in by the 12.
Yeah, Robert Minell.
They're going to keep coming. No, they go the other way. It's with the captain.
He's picked up and driven back.
Yeah, body positioning, very important. if they can grapple and get under you, they're going to lift you. And this gentleman here has got his arms free. That's our number one again. This time he passes the ball after contact.
Karuri.
They got a line out. Oh, they go behind to Philip, the fullback. He's going to get it. He was knocked on. He throws it out to the center. Edges back in and he gets picked off, but he gets a pass away, so they're keeping it alive. They're keeping the momentum. And that's eventually gone to ground. This is good work from Juggernauts. They're keeping it in hand. Tikula ran hard. They keep going that side. They've got a few forwards. They could get in between them if they can just get the pass. Ray Vagi, though, very experienced customer, took his man. I think the Juggernauts player who got the ball probably wasn't even thinking about passing it out. He saw Ray and said, I'll give you a shot. What is this kick about?
Just giving the possession back to MBB Marlins.
Willie with the kick downfield. Won't clear halfway. But it's bouncing awkwardly for both of those Juggernauts players. Get some numbers in there. Marlins can win this rock. They've forced them back. And it's gone out. Well, that kind of went pear-shaped for Juggernauts. They were on the attack and they had a few phases and they were looking good inside, deep inside that 20. And then all of a sudden, just like that, snap of the fingers, they find themselves back at halfway.
It was a prof that kicked, the number 3 for Juggernauts, that put that little chip while they were deep inside MBB Marlins 22.
Yeah, so another play that is mystifying because the wrong man had it and he took the wrong option. Well, he could have just run it. No, that pass, or that throw-in is pretty straight. And this time, Juggernauts, it's not the man at the front that gets it. It's a man towards the back of their lineout that has it. But they still have it at halfway. Kick straight up.
I think he came off the side of the boot.
Yeah,
but
he wanted some territory, and he's great take. Yes, he knocked it on, though.
I thought he did, but referee says it's fine. We play on.
No, they gobbled him up as soon as he tried to turn and pass it from the rock. That's what they train for. Quick clearance, but then if you're not the halfback. Juggernauts with it. No dummy. He's going to pick up a few meters.
Anton with a quick snipe.
Advancing the ball further. So Juggernauts, third phase there. It's going to go to ground. They have it. Pick and go. Well, Juggernauts are doing a good job of retaining possession at the rock. Oh, nice little trick play there. Picked it straight up. This is Sikula. Throws it back in. Now they're going to go over for that try. Oh, it hasn't gone to hand. This one's been knocked out, unfortunately. Juggernauts, they look really good from that attacking play.
Yes, smart play from the captain. Quick pick and go while no one was looking. Almost made it all the way to the try line. Just a few meters short. That pass back on the inside was interrupted by one of the MBB Marlins coming across in defense.
Well, Juggernauts have been patient so far. But I am just wondering how long that patience will last, because they've been encamped here long enough to get something back. They only come up with 3 after 35 minutes of play. They've just managed a penalty. And they've had several opportunities, but credit to Marlins defense, it scrambled well. Just been able to spoil at the very last portion of the plays that have been put on them.
I thought Juggernauts were certain to score there, but yeah, as you said, great scrambling defense from MBB Marlins.
And that's
Juggernauts will have the feed.
Well, if it's their feed, they need to get it out quickly because they're getting shoved back, and they do. Fumbled a little bit, but pick up, and the recovery is good. Nice little bump off.
Werner, the 10 for Juggernauts.
Yeah, he's been good for them. And this is Philip. Philip, their fullback. Is it? No, no, no. Jerry Phillip is the fullback for Marlins. Oh, that's the wrong team list.
That's Douglas
Kawe.
Kawe. Comes to Michael. I think it's Michael Oral. Yeah, Michael Oral.
Well, Juggernauts continuing to pound away at this MBB Marlins line.
Is the number 3. Hopefully he doesn't kick again. Goes to ground.
These two front rows for Juggernauts have provided us with some material for our commentary this afternoon. One of them's been nailed several times every time he's running straight, and the other one thinks he's a 5'8". Anyway, Marlins on the attack. Some hard defense coming in from the inside, but if the passes are good, they'll outflank them. Willie going on to the man on the edge. He's scored a try for them. Now, that is such a lazy-looking pass back on the inside. Caro now trying to beat a couple of players, and they just should settle it now. This man is going to eventually go to ground.
The ball's been lost.
Yeah, how many times has he done that? That's, I think, the third time.
I think he bit off a bit too much. That's Michael Oral.
Michael Oral has got some pace, hasn't he? Turns it back inside. That's a nice pass back on the inside. This gentleman was headed out, and he just desperately threw it back in, hoping one of his teammates would get it. And they do, but they're swamped by Marlins, and Marlins are now at the rock trying to win it.
But Juggernauts still have the possession of the ball. Anton just signaling his forwards to get back on side. But here's Tikula putting a kick down the field.
And that's a good kick because it hasn't gone out on the full end. It hasn't, even though Caro's got it.
And he's chased his own kick as well.
Yeah, and Caro is an attacking sort. He's trying to take the line on, checks his pace, runs back in, but he's taken.
Great work,
Anton!
Anton!
Going all the way, you little dynamo, you. And he goes all the way to score. So finally, Juggernauts on the board with a try, following up on that three-pointer they kicked earlier in the match after they conceded a try in the match. And now they're a point ahead, 8 points to 7 with the kick to come. Juggernauts, that patience has finally paid off. And Sikula with a great kick to start it off. Kinect replay will show it. And the little man was just Johnny on the spot. He picks it up, and they were just a bit slow, and that was a front row chasing him, actually. And that was pretty much over. Not front row, I think it was...
yeah, it was a front row. It was the captain, Bruce Kilala, for the MBB Marlins. But yeah, great work. A very opportunistic try there from Gilbert Anton. But also credit to the number 5, Justin Kepas, who chased down the kick and grabbed Caro by the ankle.
Absolutely, Caro.
And for all money, he thought he was away, but then when he was brought down by the ankle, he was isolated. Anton also doing what all good number 9 should do, always be around at the breakdown and around the ruck. Able to make the most of it and get the first 5-pointer for the Juggernauts, the THEODIST, the CHEMCARE Juggernauts. Score is now 8 points to the THEODIST MBB Marlins. 7, the conversion to come. That's a winner. Lining up this conversion, and the conversion is successful. The score is now CHEMCARE Juggernauts 10 leading the THEODIST MBB Marlins 7.
Well, that patience finally paid off, and it couldn't have come at the best possible time right at the end of this half. We've got about half a minute, less than that. No, we've actually had 10 seconds, and it counted down while I was talking. So are they going to carry on with this kickoff?
I think this will be the final play of the first half.
Well, it's a pretty simple equation for Juggernauts. Catch it, kick it straight out.
Caro goes high, but it doesn't look to go 10. It doesn't.
Yeah. Well, there could be a case for it. I mean, it bounced inside the 10 and it went outside, went out, someone could say, on the right side of the 10-meter line. So anyway, that's it for the action for the first half of this Pepsi Capital Rugby Union Premier Grade fixture between MBB Marlins and Juggernauts. And it's Juggernauts in front. Their nose is in front by 3, 10-7. Once again, at scoreline, CHEMCARE Juggernauts 10, leading MBB THEODIST MBB Marlins on 7 points. And we'll come back with the rest of the second half after these messages.
tells Tumbuna stories their own way. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Laga, Bungim Yumi.
Motor, motor. Pepsi motor. Tell him shorty come get it. Come grind on me, but mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi motor. Pepsi, you like it? Motor, motor. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi motor. Motor, motor. Pepsi motor. Tell him shorty come get it. Come grind on me, but mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi motor. Pepsi, you like it? Motor, motor. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi motor.
Dreaming for more than a life we know. There is more to what the future holds. You be holding my no one time, giving wings to our dream. That it's so on high, so high in the sky. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to be living incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go. It's our chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. Let's be part of something wonderful. Strong in life, belong in me. Stretch him, sing, that belong all family. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to be living incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to be living incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. Dreaming for more than a life we know. There is more to what the future holds. You be holding my no one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to be living incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
ultra-wide copy paper. Perfect for all your printing needs. 80 GSM, 500 sheets bearing. Premium quality paper. Enjoy true colors, no smudges, sharp images for brilliant results at every shade. It's the ultimate choice for crisp, professional prints. Works seamlessly with all printers. Get yours today at THEODIST Business Superstore.
Each province tells Tumbuna stories their own way. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Laga, Bungim Yumi.
Botol, botol. Pepsi botol. Tell him shorty come kerere. Come grind on me, but metere. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi botol. Pepsi, you like it? Botol, botol. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi botol.
Welcome back to Bava Park for this Pepsi Capital Rugby Union Premier Grade fixture. The first one for the day. It's between CHEMCARE Juggernauts and THEODIST MBB Marlins. At the moment, it's Juggernauts who are leading 10-7 after trailing most of the first half. They've come back with a late try and they've converted it to get ahead of Marlins. Just go through the try scorers. First try scorer was Peter Evie, the winger for Marlins. Conversion, Michael Caro, 7 points. And Juggernauts penalty by Yatum Werner, the fly half. And then a late try by Gilbert Anton, the halfback. And Werner kicking the conversion to get their 10 points. Benji, a really good, solid half of rugby. And just shows you what patience can bring you. Juggernauts exemplify that. They didn't start well. They were actually behind the 8 ball for most of that first half, but they just kept plugging away. They kept competing. They kept taking whatever opportunities they had to attack. And eventually that patience paid off. And good on them, because that was a well-taken try. Anton Gilbert, is it? No, Gilbert Anton. Gilbert Anton.
Gilbert Anton.
There you go. Gilbert Anton. He scoots out of dummy half, and a loose ball from a ruck that was formed after Michael Caro tried to take on the defense deep in his half.
Yeah, he was isolated, so he thought he could, just break away from the tackle fairly easily. But that number 5, who's been a great target, Justin Kepas at lineout, he was the one that actually grabbed hold of Caro's ankles.
And we'll look at the stats. Well, one try apiece. The conversion's also one each, but it's a penalty goal. That's the difference at the moment. Werner kicking that, but the possession. Get this, Marlins, they've only 30%, even though they had most of it to begin the first 20 minutes of that half. It's really gone in favor of Juggernauts now. They've just managed to just stay patient, taking the opportunities, and the error rate from Marlins also hasn't helped their cause. So it's just even ball away to Juggernauts in good field position, especially that in that middle half of the field and just the first 10 meters of their half.
Yeah, handling errors are 12-7 there. So just MBB Marlins just need to do a little bit better with the ball in hand, better ball security, and then just make sure those passes stick.
I think the first thing for them to accept, and then that'll help them play better, is that they play against a good team, a team that's competitive, not some side that should be written off. Once you start looking down on the opposition, and that's going to open the door for you to not get out of first, second, third gear. You know, you're going to stay in that pace and that attitude all game. It's not going to serve you. So hopefully the coaches of either side, especially Marlins, have made that clear to their team. You have to compete. This team that we're playing, they're not going to roll over.
Some changes at halftime. Vagi Onevagi coming on for the MBB Marlins in the front row. He featured last year in the Boromas and Gaigais under 23. He was also with Nova. He's moved over to MBB Marlins mid-season, so he's replaced one of the front row for MBB Marlins. I think it's as we have kickoff from Werner.
Nice and high. Caro's underneath it, and he's going to kick it from inside his 20, just inside. He released it. It's a low trajectory. Bounces multiple times. And now this is Kawe coming back. You have to confirm that's Kawe because I've actually met Kawe. And he's a lot taller than that. Oh, little break here from Juggernauts. They've got support. He needs to pass it back inside. And he's chosen a prop to pass it to, but he's making a lot of progress to that try line. Eventually, he's going to be brought down eventually, you'd think. Or is he going to go over the try line? No, they're going to have to bring him down. Now they do. Juggernauts on the attack. They can get a try here if they're quick. And the gentleman tries to go over the ruck and into the end goal. Doesn't work for him. Dummy thrown there. Marlins have to be really sharp on defense. They're going to go to the left. Little Anton throws it out, and Chikura goes without it. Knock on.
Great start from Juggernauts. Coming out of the blocks, firing in the second half, but yeah, the captain putting down that last pass.
Yeah, to be fair, he was hitting that ball at pace. The problem was it just hit him slightly an inch or two behind his right shoulder. He had to twist, he had to turn a little bit, and that was not going to help him. And when you're playing that fast, close to the line, just goes slightly behind him, and he has to reach back a little bit, and that was enough for him to go without it.
I think everyone was expecting the ball to go behind him.
Yeah.
But that short ball came to him, and he was just not ready for it.
I think he would have gone over if he'd had it, if it was a good pass. But now it's with Marlins, that short side. They're trying to attack it, and Tikula is there to shut it down. What a great effort there from the captain, but he's given a penalty away. There was no clear release from the tackle. And these players, could they be offside? Looks like it. Referee is slowly walking to the breakdown. Juggernauts, yep, he said it. You were inside the 10. You didn't retreat the required 10. Now they do. And all that does is give Marlins a little breather and an opportunity to regroup, kick this one out. Well, I hope it's going out. Doesn't look like it's going out.
Bounces on the line.
Well, is it play on? That's the thing. The linesman, yes, he's finally put his flag up. You know, the linesmen, they should help everyone in the stands, on the field, the referee. As soon as it goes out, put your flag up wherever you are and then run down to the mark. Don't run to the mark with your hands down. No one knows what's going on. And when you get to the mark, you put your flag up. Now, that doesn't help anyone except yourself as a linesman.
Onevagi with the throw in.
Man at the front, Kepas for Juggernauts, good spoiler. I don't think they'll go to the man in the front. They'll go to one just slightly behind him, which is where they're going. That's smart adjustment from Marlins. Caro got some attention after he passed that one. He's getting up slowly, but he's going to get back in position. He takes it again. Great recovery now. Throws a dummy, slices back in, gets the pass away. Marlins on the attack. This is what Marlins can do if they're playing well enough. They're not trying to rush things. Taking some time to come out of that ruck though. And they go the short side, or the shorter side. We've got an error. Juggernauts have it though. And they can use it if they're allowed to. If they do use it and make some progress, the advantage will be over. Still.
Yep, referee signaling that there is an advantage for the knock on.
Now he blows it. Somebody gets a little shove in the back of the head. Well, that's good to be passionate, but can we put some Can we put some good forward drive with it, and you know, some good handling and maybe a try?
Some changes for the MBB Marlins. Also about to make their way onto the field, probably at the next stoppage.
Yeah. So Marlins are going to defend this scrum. Juggernauts, will they play it safe? Will they try to do something unorthodox? Little kick from the base of that scrum at the back there. Gilbert Anton running it back. Marlins, that pass. Difficult one, but Caro did well to pick it up. Willie signaling for the man to come back on the inside. Takes the tackle. Yeah, I like the look of Willie, but sometimes he doesn't really apply himself.
A bit too nonchalant with it.
Absolutely, that's the word.
Here's the number 5 for MBB Marlins.
They've got an arm out for advantage, so they can do a few things here. They can really put their minds into an attacking set of phases if they can string them together, make some progress. Caro has it. Nice ball to a man who just had to run in to get it, but by then Juggernauts were on him. Got a man down at halfway. Juggernauts player. Kick goes down. It's not a really good one. It's really straight up. Just bounces over halfway. Juggernauts. Kawe, or the man they call Kawe. He's giving the ball straight back to Marlins. And Marlins, what do they do with it? All right, play breaking down a bit. The momentum is just it's stuttering right now. And the referee's seeing the man who's down. Somebody's clutching at a chest, sternum. Could be a rib. Looks like he's out of breath. Yeah, you wouldn't think it's a leg injury. It's definitely midsection. But he went down, he put his hand straight up, and he said something wasn't right.
Yes, we have a couple of substitutions coming on for the MBB Marlins. Ruben Kanake in the white headgear, who usually plays halfback. Yes, and he is replacing the starting 9 for MBB Marlins, Godwin Kanake in the white headgear. We have the player that's down currently being assessed. I think.
Don't tell me that's Kepas.
It looks like it. We just have to confirm his jersey number.
That would be a loss for their lineout. We'll see. He's sitting up now, so he seems to have recovered well enough to get up. The man in the 4 jersey. That's Oral, is it?
Well, actually, Oral is in the number 8.
Okay.
I think that's Flagger. I'm not sure, but we have the 19 coming onto the field. That is Joey Vagi.
So Vagi's got a little bit more size than the man he's replacing, so they will get some power hopefully in that scrum. But they will sacrifice a little bit of that mobility. Tsikula, what was he doing off the field? He's coming back on. 7 for Juggernauts.
Came to, I think he just taped his hand. Captain John Tsikula for Juggernauts.
All right, this is scrum. 5 minutes into Marlins territory. Marlins with the feed. They're trailing 10-7. And we've had about 7, just under 8 minutes of play gone in the second half. Close scoring affair. And if things continue the way they are, it's going to come down to one good solid play or a set of plays that will lead to a try, a match-winning try. More than likely. Comes comes out the back. Now that scrum is spoiled a little bit. He put his leg out. He tried to mess it up. Chikula. All he's done is given a penalty away. And Kara has it. Marlins going for the attack. This gentleman throws one out the back. Not the best looking pass. In fact, I'd have to say that was not a very good pass, and it's ended up out. Good defense.
Good defense by the 13. Kula Killer on a much bigger inside center for the Marlins.
He dropped the shoulder and sent him flying. Sent him all the way out in the touch. So they may be small in the midfield, Juggernauts, but they got some punch. Now we have this throw in from Juggernauts. That man in front is going to get it. Kepas, no, it's taken off him. Marlins secure this. And all of a sudden they're on the attack. They need to consolidate. A little bit of pressure here from that breakdown. And Marlins lung it up to that halfway line. They're going through the hands now. We've got Luia that found his hands on the ball. Now it goes out. That's fine. No problem with that. Is it? Play on. The referee's following it. Kicks back in. It's covered though, comfortably enough by Juggernauts, and the kick comes in. Stays infield. Caro has it. And that pass almost picked off by the advancing Juggernauts defense. This little man, he's got pace, but he's got no one to pass to and has to go to ground. And we've got a penalty. Hands at the rock. Quick tap might not be possible because that ball is trapped right underneath. With that 11 for Marlins, Solomon Unambin. Tap taken, they go to the left. Caro. Now we got a hard running. Number 16.
Number 6, it says Hans here on the...
Hans. They go to the right. Step twice, left and right. And he goes no way. He could have just passed it out. And their patience in the application is letting them down right now. But they got the advantage of that penalty offside. Marlins still in the game, looking for a try, hunting for their second try. A bit of patience here. They just need to suck in the defense. They're not going to score a try on the first play. If that's what they're thinking, they want to score a try on their first play. I don't believe this. Oh, they're going to score a try on their first play, Benji! Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I didn't believe it, but they made me a believer now, didn't they?
That's the thing. You expect them to run it or to just take a settler on the first phase, but they actually spread it and attacked. Great work from MBB Marlins.
Yeah, the Kinect replay will show it there. Just put it through the hands, and there was a gap. I think the pass was also a good one from Caro, or whoever it was that provided the pass to the pass scorer, because it hit him, and he was right in between two players, and all he had to do was run in a straight line. And he goes over. So they've proven me wrong. I thought they would have settled it down just a bit because of the hand error they made when they were trying to push it the last time. But Caro is lining a kick up for this conversion. He's already got 1 from 1. This should be bread and butter for him. He strikes it. It goes over. Scoreline now. We've got Marlins 14. Marlins 14 leading Juggernauts 10. We're going to go down sideline with Alana for a quick update.
Thanks, guys. It's an extremely hot day today under the Pepsi tent, but we hope you're enjoying it. We have some stats for you now in the second half with a surprise lead by the Juggernauts 10-7, with the Marlins leading in possession by 54%. It's a tight game. We'll have more for you guys at full time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Alana. So, Marlins getting a new lease on life here after scoring that try, the second of the match, and in front now for the second time in the game. 14 points to 10. And they've got a penalty after a good run off that restart. And they're attacking the Juggernauts right edge. Put down, and they're going to reset for another phase or two at this line. That pass wasn't great. Caro had to reach all the way back. Good recovery, but still, you want to put the ball in front of your catcher. That's a terrible pass. So they've had 2 poor passes trying to come back attacking back infield, which is just not on. Just that's not good enough.
Yeah, again, those errors from MBB Marlins really hurting them, especially after scoring points. You know, you have to at least get some sort of rhythm and find yourself in better territory. But yeah, they're making errors, inviting Juggernauts back into this match, giving them possession as well.
Unforced error. No one on them, no pressure, just pass the ball. I guess in their defense, I guess one thing you could say, it was on probably the weaker hand, the weaker side, passing left to right, but still, that's what training's for. Oh, this Juggernaut scrum's getting screwed, but they still managed to retain that ball. This man had defenders all over him when he got it, so we've got Gilbert Anton looking for someone to give to. He eventually finds a run out there. He's made good yards. Juggernauts again, they come to that side. Wider. Nice pass. This man is into space. Will he beat the first line? Yes, he does. Pass is terrible though. Poor pass. Probably ran out of ideas. He didn't know what he was going to do after he beat 2 tacklers. Maybe he didn't expect to beat 2 tacklers. That's probably why he came up with a blank. Or maybe he realized he was headed out and he said, look, it doesn't matter if I pass it good or bad. Result's going to be the same. But that's a good little attacking run there. They made progress, Juggernauts, but they've lost it. Although if they trust their line-out, they could win this one back. Will it be a line-out? Looks like a scrum. Okay.
I think he was knocked on.
Knocked on before he went out. All right. I'm sure the Marlins player said, yeah, it was a knock-on. We want the scrum. We don't want nothing to do with the line-out. That bind is going to be key for Juggernauts. Can they apply some kind of pressure on this Marlins scrum? They are, but it's taken out quickly. Caro has it, cuts out 2 men. Inside ball to the fullback. He pushes it on to the center. Willie outside on the edges. Evie's got a try for them. He throws it back infield. It's back to Willie. Willie's lost a few in contact. Can he hold on to this one? No, he cannot. I just jinxed him. I jinxed him. What's going on here, Willie? That's the 4th time he's lost it in contact today. Got a big man with the ball. He's going to eventually go down. He flings it out. Marlins have it. They still have it. So they've lost it and they've regathered it. All right. They lost it cleanly. It wasn't a mistake. And now they've regathered it from an error that Juggernauts have made. Now this is a great run. Surging, struggling run. Kept the legs pumping. Caro now has it. They're putting it through the hands. Throws short ball. Oh, kind of a bit of a hospital pass there. There's a big man in the 19 jersey. And he nails another Marlins player. Probably forced a mistake. So Juggernauts scrambling well on defense. But both sides are also guilty of making errors.
Yes, both teams just failing to just secure the ball and just build phases, just slow things down. I think both teams trying to score at each play is really coming back to bite them. But Juggernauts win the line out.
Kepas. Yeah.
The go-to at line out for Juggernauts.
Pressure at the breakdown from Marlins. Can they do enough? No. They had a shot, didn't work, so they've come back and realigned, waiting for what Gilbert Anton's going to do. Box kick straight out. Is it? No, it's in field.
Advantage? I think a rock was formed.
They may have infringed somehow at that breakdown. Probably why Anton just went for the kick out the back. The Juggernauts conceding that try. Marlins showing what they can do if they just keep possession of the ball in crucial moments. They got the players in the back line to take full advantage. They've just been very error riddled today after a bright opening 5-10 minutes. Anyway, Juggernauts working their way out. Now they're the ones who have to reset and work out from their half. They got a good line out. They should win this one. And there's no guarantees, obviously. Sekula now is finding himself the captain and 7 for Juggernauts. He's hanging outside with the back line. So this is shorter line out. I think it's what, 5 men? 6 men, something like that. Now they got that little rolling maul going. Really wasn't rolling, it was just moving steadily. Anton, Gilbert Anton. Benji, what's that penalty for?
They get back to that line out. I'm not sure as well.
Okay, I didn't see an arm out for advantage of any type. So, regardless, Juggernauts advancing further downfield. And we've got 18 gone in this second half. Marlins in front. Again, they've been in front for most of the game. They did concede a try late in the first half for Juggernauts to take a lead into the half, even though it wasn't really a reflection of who was leading that side, leading the game for most of the first half. But this second half, they've come back and snatched their lead with a well-taken try. And now it's Juggernauts who are trying to play catch-up. Kepas with a great take at the front of the line-out for Juggernauts. Referee Patrick Kalori just calling out the Marlins line for offside, and this one's going to go straight out.
Yeah, again, not
Obvious problem was his body positioning. He just ran upright, and they latched onto him and drove him straight out.
Yeah, again, if you're a bit too close to that sideline, the thing you'd want to do is to go down straight. You know, just as long as you keep the ball in the field of play, just a bit of more than it gets you. And also great cover defense as well. They got under the ball, just didn't have to get him outside. Well, into touch. So 22 with the throw in.
Yeah, this could be going midfield. Oh, Kepas spoils
Again,
enough, and he
Kepas.
takes it as well. So he spoiled in the air, then he got on his feet, and he still won it. So that's a great effort from Kepas. Werner. Oh, that's a big hit, but he stood his ground. If they can just recover, which is what they're doing now. Juggernauts, good resilience under a lot of pressure from Marlins. Anton. That
Ball's been knocked back.
Yeah, it was smacked out of his hand with the impact of that tackle attempt on him. But they get the long arm. Center field halfway, Chikula. What does he tell his team? The captain for Juggernauts in the 7 jersey. He's also having a bit of communication with his sideline. Or is it the man on the edge? He's got a really big guy on the edge there.
Werner finds touch.
That's a really good touch finder. You get it about 15, 16 out. That's a good, and they've got a great line out as well. They're throwing the line out. They've got a good jumper. Kepas who's taking his own and stealing some from the opposition throw-in, and he's looking very comfortable. Juggernauts, what can they build from this line out? Takes it cleanly, Kepas, and that maul, they just drove it. Oh, but he's lost it, has he?
No, it's been ripped. It's been ripped away by Vagi, and he goes down. So
Anton, they go out now, running sideways, steps back in the 18, takes the contact, takes at the breakdown. Now they've got the attack up and running, but Anton, he probably should have gotten rid of it because there's no halfback here, and they give a penalty away. Wasted effort, wasted opportunity. And now it's Marlins on the attack, and Kepas, he was 10, so he's fine. Now takes a collision, great. He's had a great game, Kepas.
yeah,
I'm really impressed with Kepas, and our good friend, Loosehead, is getting smashed again.
Karuri. But he does well to
Karuri.
stay in the field of play.
He did. You gotta like a guy, you know, he wasn't doing too well, but he's still plugging away. Sikula trying to get through a gap, throws a pass out there, overlapped him. And can they get the man on the edge enough space? No, he's got a few red jerseys on him. He's going to be dragged in. No, he goes to the ground. And he's smartly going to keep it alive. Juggernaut still on the attack. Pass doesn't find the man, but it's gone back, has it? No, it hasn't.
Nope. Referee says it's been knocked on. Yeah, but all that attack coming undone. But they found some space out wide, Juggernauts.
Certainly did. They're looking starting to look comfortable as well. So
We have a couple of changes from the MBB Marlins. 3 changes. So there will be a couple of fresh legs heading into the final quarter of this match. The 22, the 17, and 19 all coming onto the field of play. 22 lining up at outside center.
Well, fresh changes being brought out in the last 20 minutes of this game. We're already inside that. We're about we're in the 63rd minute at the moment, 64th, sorry. So these guys are going to be required to just continue the momentum for their sides. I see Caro's still out there. He's a key man. He comes off. I'm not sure the attack is going to function as well as it has. And that line out, that scrum has been won by Juggernauts. They've popped them up and pushed them back. Great effort.
Work.
I'll bet you Kepas is talking to his men and telling them we can do this. Zakula is also backing him up. I think those two men are really driving their side, and they're going for the 3, which is a smart play. Werner's been kicking it nicely. He's stabbing them. Low trajectory, but they're very accurate. If they get this one over, it's just going to be a 1-point ball game. Angle he's working with, he's 20 out from the try line, and he's about, I'd say about 18 in, just outside that 15-meter line from the sideline, far side. So that's his angle. It's very kickable, although he's looking into the sun. The sun is staring into it. That's the only drawback for him.
He's also kicked 2 from 2 today, so. And the strike is not good. It's unsuccessful. The penalty goal. It'll be a 22-meter line dropout.
Well, the idea was right. Just couldn't make the most of it.
22, the 21 also coming on for Juggernauts as well. It's Velekiri, it says here.
It looks like a halfback replacement.
As well as the 17. The 17 here says Adam Ota. But
okay, so that's Kawe coming on the 17.
Yeah,
that's Kawe.
That's Kawe.
This gentleman must be out, the gentleman you just mentioned coming off. Because they're straight swap for fullback, so that's Kawe. He's in the blue headgear. He had a great game last week. Kicked, I think, several penalties as well for his side. He was very influential. He didn't miss a kick last week. So Werner and Kawe to run the show. I think Gilbert is off as well, but his replacement's got a bit more size. No, Gilbert's still on.
Gilbert's still on.
What am I talking about? Sorry, he's very small. I missed him. Anyway, Tikula, they're trying to keep it alive here, or keep it going. Sometimes it's better to just go to ground and reset. I got him on the little bit of an overlap here. This gentleman needs to be a little bit more urgent. And they waited for Anton to get all the way to that rock. That's respect for you. They want the halfback to do the distributing. Sikula. Sikula has the headgear ripped off, and now we know why he's wearing headgear. He's got a shaven head. All right. And they're still on the attack. Juggernauts playing with a bit of confidence and purpose.
Werner with a bit of a standing start. Here's a Manga.
Manga's got it. All right. Now, Anton's now backing out the instructions. He wants to direct which way the ball goes. It's going to go left. It has to. They've got everyone lined out that way.
Quick pick and go, but a bit too upright. Ball's out.
Play on. Kawe, nice pass out to that man on the edge, but it bounces before it gets to him. He throws it back in. Okay, that's probably the better option there. Kawe now finds himself at halfback. It's taking a long time to figure out what he wants to do. Very small front rower, this man in the 3 for Juggernauts. Anton now. Nice pass, but it's to no one. Great take!
Great take around the ankle there.
Oh, 99 players out of 100 would have knocked that on in that situation, but he's taken it nicely, brilliantly.
Yes, Killer taking on the line still.
That's good. I think that's their 4th phase now.
Is Kepas still trying?
Oh, I like Kepas. He's also getting involved in the tight stuff. Passes need to be good though. Werner, crossfield. Caro is waiting for it. Will he run it? No, he's going to kick it down, looking for that sideline. The bounce is straight though. Kawe's got it. He can kick. He's got a good boot on him as well. He plays it safe, straight out. Doesn't find much in terms of distance.
Well, they've lost a bit of territory.
Yes, they have.
Juggernauts.
That clock is ticking down. We've got about 12 minutes, just over 12 minutes of play left in this Pepsi Capital Rugby Union Premier Grade fixture here at Barber Park. First fixture of the afternoon at Premier Grade level. And Juggernauts, they led at halftime 10-7. Now they trail 14-10. Still an arm wrestle, still close, still anyone's game. That Juggernauts lineout has been good. Kepas is just gobbling those the ones at the front. They belong to him. So let's see what Marlins have. I think they'll go for a variation. It might be...
It could be to the
middle.
back.
Yeah, it has to be, well, through the middle. The back is another 50-50. Middle jumpers are usually the ones you go for. This guy comes in and he's standing in the middle position, but he goes to the back and they manage to knock it back. So they've got it there somehow. Caro got options. Two-man miss. The fullback coming in to support. Kind of hesitated there before he passes it out to Evie. Evie is collared. And, oh, jeez. Slammed outside.
Yep. For the referee playing advantage for the tackle.
Was it?
Yep.
Was that a jersey tug or something?
I think it was a bit too high. Kick? Kanake putting through a kick.
Oh, I'm not sure. What was he thinking? I mean, you tap it and then you kick it?
It's been stripped.
Oh, my goodness. Is that a try?
I think it is.
Well, don't tell me they set that one up. Were they planning for that? No, it was an opportunistic try, and they've got it. Full marks to them, credit to them. Marlins on the board again with their second try of the second half. And they get out to 19 points with a kick to come, leading CHEMCARE Juggernauts on 10. Benji, you want to break that one down for me?
I'm not too sure, but as we see in the Connect replay, yeah, the Connect replay will show what happened, but yeah, it was a very opportunistic try that I think it was was it the 10 or one of the centers that was able to strip that ball away. In goal as well, I thought the safest thing that the CHEMCARE Juggernauts would have done was just to ground the ball, kill it. But that player decided to take on those MBB Marlins players, and he came off second best, losing possession of the ball and conceding a try.
Yeah, that was completely unnecessary. And we're going to see the conversion. Now this Connect replay will show us exactly what he did wrong. That was a 12 for Juggernauts. He slows down. He's in goal. All he needs to do is just ground it. He still holds on to it, and it gets torn off him and grounded. So if I'm his coach, I've already taken a couple of strands of hair out of my head just now, but I just want to apologize to the viewers for the slowness of that replay getting up. But you saw it, and that opportunistic play, and it good on
this
Marlins. This one's gone out.
And the kick restart doesn't go 10. So it'll be a scrum.
Hey, Kawe just trying to get it high and just get it right on the 10-meter line, but I think that was a bit too fine a line he was treading, and he's fluffed it. But he's only got on the field. He's been on for about 5 minutes, so a little bit more than that. So it's probably still a bit cold in the kicking. Hasn't warmed up really. Very good player though, Douglas Kawe. He's got some good height on him. He's got a long raking punt. Appreciate those kickers who can get it downfield. Go downtown, all the way downtown. Anyway, middle of the field right now, it's Marlins with the feed. This one goes straight down, but the referee is going to call it up. Yeah, I still can't get over that try by Marlins. Out of nothing. They really didn't have any right to score that try. And it just pays to be vigilant and to play safety first, ground it when you're in goal. Why would you try to run it out when you have 3 or 4 opposition players on you and they get a hold of you in goal and you're still upright?
Probably that league style, because it's completely legal to rip the ball away. There's no one-on-one rule in rugby union. So yeah, very unfortunate for the Juggernauts, but MBB Marlins, they extended their lead. Now the score is now THEODIST MBB Marlins 21, leading Juggernauts 10.
And now we've got this scrum still being set up. And halfway, just can't seem to get past this little set piece here. But we were talking about the fact that what was going through that player's mind. Why would he try to run it out in goal? And Benji, you mentioned it. It could be coming from that the fact that they've got quite a few leagueies in the squad who are just trying to get used to how it's done in rugby union.
Yeah, most of these players here, they're familiar with rugby league. Rugby union not so popular, especially around the 5 Mile area where a lot of these players come from, and Hohola. So yeah, that's probably where that confusion was with that player in goal. But Juggernauts do have the penalty now as we're approaching the last couple minutes of the game. Roughly 6.5.
Werner with this touch finder. Well, 21-10. 2 converted tries will get them back into it. Will win them the game. Do they have even 1 converted try in them? That's all they need is a sniff. They need to have some positivity. The stats will show us it's 3 tries to 1 conversions. Marlins managing to convert all their tries. Actually, pretty good effort there. The penalties, well, we got 1 for Juggernauts and not for Marlins. But the possession has even up a little bit more, even though it's still in favor of Juggernauts, who are trailing it as we speak. And then the penalties considered 18-12. That's a lot for Juggernauts to be conceding. And those handling errors are pretty even, though, but they're a lot. That's the problem. Lineouts even, scrum even. Well, the lineouts are actually going Juggernauts' way, as you would expect. Juggernauts now trying to work themselves back into this match, and they desperately need something to go their way. The first thing they need to do is hold on to the ball and don't make any errors that'll just take the pressure off, release the pressure on Marlins. Sikula, the man who made the error in the in goal, has got it now in the 12 jersey. He's being monstered by the Willie, the 13 for Marlins, but he still manages to play it to his side. And then Sikula just, well, he was holding the ball and somebody clipped the arm holding the ball and it's gone forward. Kawe coming back to pick it up, the kick. It's play on now. Karo trailing, trying to get to his man. He does get a hand on. And now Marlins have Juggernauts back at halfway. Juggernauts are just trying to figure out what are we going to do. How do we go about getting back into this half? And this gentleman here in the 12 bench, you're going to have to get his name for us. Juggernauts 12.
Minell, it says here.
Minell, yeah, he's had a few good touches, but you can tell he's probably not an experienced rugby union player. This is good effort from the 18. He's actually had some good touches. I think he's the second row. Sikula now. Oh, nice little move there. I like that. Shot drawing pass now. Juggernauts, they're letting the ball do the talking here, which is good. It's out. It's clean. We've got a break here. Juggernauts. This man is going all by himself. He needs some support. And I think he does have support, but Anton.
Oh, offside.
He gets a quick tap. He goes by himself. Anton.
The ball comes free.
Somebody should tell him he's not the biggest guy in the park. He's not going to go through 3 huge guys. He might try to snake his way through, but they already saw him coming. And anyway, he's got the ball now. 5 out. We got a penalty, and we also have a man injured. So, Benji, we got a man injured. I told you, man. I keep telling you. I told you this last week. It's a strategic injury. Can I phrase it that way? Marlins on the back foot, backs against the wall, at 6s and 7s on defense, out of breath, obviously, and we got an injury.
Is clutching at an ankle?
An ankle, yes, that's the likely offender, the ankle. Or maybe a knee, sometimes the shoulder. Sometimes it's just a headache. Just give him an aspirin, tell him to keep on going.
Yes, he's looking fine. It looks like he's going to walk it off.
He's going to walk it off?
Or jog it off.
Okay, he's kind of lost where he's supposed to go, right? He goes right under the uprights. Looking keen as ever. Juggernauts, nice little
Stephen Roberts in the 16.
play there. Yeah, he got it off. Yeah, the man who took it on initially. So that little sleight of hand is good. We want to see more of that. That's how Juggernauts are going to get over that line, is if they use their brains more than their brawn. Come to the right. Werner. What is Werner doing? What is he doing, Benji? Okay, that's a strange play. He just stopped and then jogged back.
I think he looked both ways, and there wasn't
Yeah, but
no options to pass it, so he just decided to slow it down. That's what I'm just.
slow it down. That was the slowest slow it down play I ever seen. Anyway, they go through the hands. This man's got size. Good handoff. Kawe. They're putting it through the hands. Minel. Oh, he gets past the first guy. Okay, Minel is looking good now. Juggernauts are still very competitive in this game, even though they're trailing by 11 points.
Because if they're able to score at least a try, then Juggernauts can receive that losing bonus point. But we have a break.
Evie's gone. He's gone. Bye-bye. Shut the gate. He's gone. As soon as he picked it up, the bounce was great. And Marlins go over for their third try of the second half. It's all Marlins. Opportunistic. The bounce was perfect for him. And as soon as he touched it, there was still about 3 meters between him and the defender coming across, but that's enough for him. He's fast.
Yeah, Peter Evie. I think he has some relation to Bartholomew Evie for
I was thinking the same thing.
the Central Tabaris. A great show of pace. As you see in the Connect replay, that ball that had been told ahead finally bounced right up into the breadbasket of Peter Evie. Yeah. Showing a great, good pace to go all the way and get that final nail in the coffin for the MVP Marlins.
Yeah, we're about a minute left of play, and this conversion by Caro, you'd think it would go over. Caro's also been striking it nicely, and he's about just a meter off one of the uprights, so he's pretty much in front. He won't have any problems. As he lines this one up, and Benji, Marlins out of nowhere pile on the points, and this conversion goes over. So that's 28 points to 10 with half a minute, maybe less, of play remaining. It's going to be up to Marlins how they play this final 30 seconds. Do they want to go for another try, or are they going to rack the cue and say that's it and just go through the motions? Either way, they can be pretty satisfied with the effort they've put out today to get a win against a very competitive, very gutsy Juggernaut side. Werner with the restart. It's deep. Picked off nicely. This man, oh, he's full of running. He's into open spaces. They're probably going to bring him down just short of that halfway mark. And I think Marlins still want another try. Advantage to Marlins. I think there was a swinging arm in one of those attempted tackles. Was it? Referee? Outside entry, maybe.
Yep, through the side, says the referee.
Man who did their initial run, the 11 for Marlins, is down with some kind of ankle injury. Referee's going to call time for a bit, just to have a look at him. Well, there's hardly any time left in the game. Why don't we just get the player to, if he can, move off the field and let's play out the final few seconds of this game. Well, it was pretty clear, Benji, from that play that Marlins still want to score some more points. They want to play hard and finish it hard. So I guess it's a positive mindset. But
well, they've got the bonus point in the bag, so
it's really no need.
yeah, just be wise to finish off.
Yeah, just shut down and kick it out, or have a similar type of play. Hold on to it for a few, I wouldn't say lazy phases, but at least string a few together and just work on getting the technique right and not worry about trying to make a break or score a try. Okay, this man is coming off and he's obviously not able to walk on his own. He's got two gentlemen helping him off, so hopefully it's not too serious. Now we might be seeing a card. Yes, we are. The referee's calling out the Juggernauts player. He needs to just find the identity of the player who he's saying caused the injury. And the linesman is actually advising referee Petro Kilori about who the offending player is, and it looks like Manel is the one being called out. He's saying, I have no idea what you're talking about. I wasn't even there. You got the video? Check it. I wasn't there. Maybe we might check the video. Benji, what do you think? Let's see if he's telling the truth.
So referee not able to.
Pinpoint the offending player, so he's just going to give a penalty. Okay, well, this could be the final play.
Well, full-time siren hasn't gone off yet, so he was still.
He's still alive. This
Alive
is still a
and well.
live dog. Okay, well, in that case, they might push for that try, that 5th try. Is it? No, they've scored 4 tries, is it? 4 tries, yeah. All
Yep,
converted.
4 tries, all converted. It scored 28-10. Marlins over Juggernauts. The throw in.
Kepas at the front for Juggernauts. Says he's still got that
Tikula taps it back.
Juggernauts.
One area of the game that the Juggernauts have really thrived in is the line out. So they're doing well at set piece. Just haven't done really well in scoring points, but they spread it right.
Yeah, Manel had that pass away. And now he's the man at that rock. They secure it. Kawe kicking downfield. Came off a few hands, but I think somebody was in front of his own teammate. Kawe with a quick tap. Throwing it out wide. Yes, good hands. They need to draw and pass. That's all they need to do. Now he's going to throw it down. Now he passes. Kepas, get a try. He deserves it. Yes, he does. Good on him.
Kepas.
Well, they have the final say in this match, you'd think.
Yeah, and also he's been working hard for the entirety of this match, so yeah, he deserved that 5-pointer. So yeah, great work, Kepas. And also the break was led by forwards. As we see in the Connect replay there, Kawe passing it to a prop. He just ran, dummied. No one expected him to pass, but he did, and eventually Kepas, too big, too strong, goes all the way, gets that try, deservedly so. He's been playing really well for Juggernauts. Well, one of the standout players for the losing team as well, or the trailing team.
Absolutely, one of the best on field, not just for his club, not for his team today, but I think on the field, doing the two sets of players who played today in his first Premier Grade match, Kepas has been one of the best. Kawe has got a good boot on him as well. 5 from 5 last week, I think. So, yeah, can he continue it? Not quite. Although not by much did he miss.
Yeah, just stayed out. Didn't come back as much as he would have liked.
Well, 28-15, Marlins leading Juggernauts with, well, on our clock, no time left. And that full-time siren, anytime it could sound. Right now, you'd think it's a safe win for Juggernauts, for Marlins, even though they have conceded a try. And that siren has sounded. Has it, Benji?
Yep, it is the final play of the match.
Kick downfield from Juggernauts. Well, they heard the siren. Now they're giving it to Evie. Is that the right guy you want to give it to? Well, he throws it out now. Marlins, I mean, they could just kick it out, but Willie's not going to do that. Now he does. You know, they could have just kicked it straight out. Like, just took it first and then kicked it out. But that's the match for you, the first Premier Grade fixture of this afternoon here at Barber Park. PEPSI Capital Rugby Union. We're going to see the stats from this first fixture, the Premier Grade. And there you have it, 4 tries to 2. Marlins getting the win, a comfortable 28-15 in the end. They had 3 tries in a row in that second half. That was the difference, although they did concede a try in the final minutes of play. Penalty goals won by Juggernauts, so they were intent on scoring points. They just couldn't get over the try line when it counted. We got the possession, well, dominated by Juggernauts' possession, but territorially, Marlins were able to get the tries when they counted, and they also got 3 in a row, so kind of like Canterbury Crusaders the other night. They got tries in quick succession. Handling errors pretty even, pretty high though, 13-15, just in favor of Marlins there, and the scrums were even as well for a piece. Line outs, well, 15 to Juggernauts, who had a great Kepas involvement, and 15 to, and then the yellow cards, I think maybe one, no, I don't think we had any yellow cards. But that is the result of that this first Premier Grade fixture, and we have Alana on the sideline with Marlins captain.
Yep.
Okay, here with me is captain for MBB Marlins, Bruce Killerlang. Bruce, shaky start there, but what did you have to do? What did the Marlins have to do to turn the game around?
True, it was a shaky start for us, but the boys really worked hard for it, and we tried our best to hold it up in the first half. But yeah, so first half the boys went through a try. It's just one try that didn't last to halftime.
Okay, but you guys turned it around. Was there any special words said at halftime, or?
I would say all of this started lo prep lo feel it prep lo finish off hard lo end of the every end of the game, but lo trying best lo come in first half also. But yeah, it was a shaky start for us, but second half the boys did well, scoring 3 tries.
That's great. So now we're at the end of round 1. Are you looking forward to round 2?
Yeah, we'll just go back to the field prep. Everything starts at our training field.
Awesome.
Back then, we prep and we come back for round 2. Yeah.
Awesome. Would you like to say a word of thanks to your sponsors?
Yeah, thank you thank you THEODIST for the sponsor, the support through every game of the round 1. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, THEODIST, and thank you, MBB Marlins.
Last one, can I do a shout out, please? Shout out for our coach. He's at Popondeta right now. Yeah, this one's for you. This one's for you, coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Alana, with that interview with the captain for Marlins, Bruce Killerlang.
Yeah, Bruce Killerlang, the starting, I think he played a loose head. Yeah, he's usually a loose head, but he was wearing the 16. Yeah, great, gritty performance from them. But again, the full-time score, the THEODIST MBB Marlins 28 defeating the CHEMCARE Juggernauts 15. That is the first of 2 Premier Grade matches here this afternoon. We'll take a short break. We'll come back on the other side with the second match for this afternoon.